Alrighty, so I am on, which row is it? I'm on row 50 of the Octagon blanket. And here's where I'm at right now. Let me pull this up. So quite a bit bigger from before, I think. I think last time I was on this spot here. And the time before that might have been around here. I have to go look and check. But yep, still going pretty strong. Again, there's like 104 rows in the round, or 104 rounds with this, and I'm at round 50 right now, so I'm going pretty smoothly. I'm trying to do about 2 rounds a night um, once the kids are asleep. But today is a Sunday. It's actually Sunday morning. My kids are at my parents' house. So my parents come over and they have dinner most Saturday nights, and then they pick up the kids and take them to their house, so that when my husband and I go to church, we can go without having to worry about the kids, because the church we go to doesn't have any like Sunday school or childcare set up during the service, and our kids are pretty young, but they're at the age where like they'll run around and they don't like sitting still. But my parents' church, they have a Sunday school, so the kids go over there. Makes my mom happy, makes me and my husband happy, but yeah, so don't have the kids this morning. Already taking care of my chickens. I went to go for a walk, and I was like, well, I'll let the chickens out. So I walked over to the chickens. I let them out, and I was like, oh, you guys need water, because they only had a little bit left. So I went and I refilled both the 5-gallon and the 3-gallon. And by the time I walked that back, it starts just rain, lots of rain. So I was like, well, okay, I guess I won't walk now. And most of the chickens went back into the run. Well, the little baby chickens didn't. We had some chickens that hatched at the beginning of June, and they're not quite trained like the adult chickens are. So they don't come back right away, or they don't come back for treats. That's how I normally bribe the bigger ones in, is I'll take like a head of corn or something, or an ear of corn or a head of lettuce, and I'll bring it over there, and they'll all run in. And all I have to do is step back from the door, and any of the stragglers will run in past me. But the little guys, they're still, exploring the world. Their mom, and I say their mom, they're from different parents for sure. There might be one that was actually her kid, but for the most part, some of them are definitely not hers. She's the one who hatched them, and she taught them how to eat. And what she'd do is, if I gave her snacks, she'd tear little bits off and she'd give it to her little chicks. Well, now they're older and they can fend for themselves. So she's like, all right, well, I'm done. And then she went to go sit on more eggs and be broody. I'm like, honey, we have plenty of chickens right now. So I have to keep taking her off the eggs. If she really wants to, I'll let her sit on them next spring, and she can hatch some. But now, at least, we don't need any more chickens. There's still some roosters, as I may have talked about before, but there's some roosters that need to go, and they're really beating up two of my silver lace Wyandottes. So that's kind of, I feel bad for them. I feel bad for the hens, not so much the roosters. But one of my roosters. So the 4 roosters I have right now, none of them have tried attacking me. One of them is the super good guy, Roger. We've got Roger. We've got Forrest, who's named after Forrest Gump. Has his little sweetheart hen I've named Jenny. So I've got Forrest and Jenny. But we've got him. I've got Chicken Soup, because that guy, he's not too much of a jerk, but he's definitely trying to fight the Roger for control of the flock. So he's definitely not going to make it. And then the last one is Lyndon. And Lyndon, he's one of the ones that I hatched out. Like I incubated him and he hatched and everything. So he was from the first independent hatch I had done. And he's named after a character by an author called Will White. And he's got a book series called Cradle. So we've got Roger, Forrest, Lyndon, and Chicken Soup. So I really don't want to take out Lyndon or Forrest, but we have way too many roosters, and I'm looking at the ones that that Lucy hatched in June, and 2 of them are definitely roosters, and I can't have 6 roosters. I mean, it's been so hard on some of my hens that their backs are completely bare. Part of their wings, the feathers on the back of their wings, where the drumette, the drumette and the flat connect, gone. Feathers just gone. So really, and there's really not much you can do. You can put on a saddle, and I put a saddle on Moon. That's one of the silver lace that is getting a lot of loving. So you can put chicken saddles on them, but that doesn't mean she managed to take hers off. I think the elastic was getting loose, so she took hers off. I'm either gonna have to make new ones, or I'm gonna have to make sure, like, adjust the one that she took off and make sure she can't take it off. But yeah, she needs something to protect her back, because she's just been, it's been rough on her. And then that with the summer being so hot, it's not helping them cool off, having the bare back. So it really sucks, because I'd spent so much time when I first got, so there's a group of chickens I have. There's 6 of them now. But I've got Oreo, Holiday, Trevor, and Shadow, Limey. What's the other one's name? And Samurai. And when I got them, most of them had barebacks, so they had to wear saddles for like 4 months before their feathers came back in, because they also went through a molt at that time. So really annoying. And I kind of want it to cool off a little bit before I put them back in saddles. I think if you Google chicken saddles or chicken aprons, you'll find it. But yeah, that's about it. World's chickens. My honeys are finally starting to produce, or my bees are finally starting to produce honey. It's kind of cool. Alrighty. And it sounds like my brother's downstairs, so I am going to go. I'm this far away from finishing this row, though, so we'll see how much along I am next time. This one's only been 8 minutes, but that's okay. This one's a pretty easy round, at least. So I will see you later.